Hello everyone. Today we will continue with the eighth session of marketing management. In this session, today we will analyze about product mix strategy, how it works and how it prepared. We will come to know. Before that, if you like our video, please click like button, subscribe and do share so that more and more people can have advantage of it. Or if you have any query, must feel free to write your query as a question in the comment box along with your email id so that we will be able to respond you at your given email id. Now moving ahead today, product mix. We need to understand first that product mix is the total assortment of the product and services marketed by a firm. Any number of the product which is marketed by a firm, or whether it is product, whether it is services, it is called product mix. Then question comes in our mind that what is product line? The group of individual product that are closely related in some way. Like if we are giving shop, any type of soap, Lux International, Lux Beauty Bar, Lux Almonds, these all are the product lines. So we need to understand this. Then under individual product, what is individual product? Any brand or vibrant name for the product is called individual product. Then we should understand what are the various product mix characteristics. First, we need to understand product mix width, product mix depth, product line length, product mix width, that the number of product line in the product mix, that is called product mix width, and the product line length, that is number of products in a product line. एक product line, how much product offered in a single product line. And the product mix consistency, it is a kind of the combination and the relatedness of the different product lines in a product mix. But how much? Then we need to understand about the product strategies. Look at the diagram very critically and very consciously. The diagram are categorized in three distinguished color. First part is alloys, light alloys. Second part is light sky blue, and third part is light greenish. The first part says individual product strategy. Second part says product line strategy, and third part says product mix strategy. What is the individual product strategy have? Growth, introduction strategy, growth strategy, maturity strategy, and declining strategy. When we talk about the product line strategy, it is having two-way stretch, that is upward stretch and downward stretch. At the same time, line lifting strategies and contraction strategies too. But for the branding strategy, product mix strategy, having three different categories: add new product in the product line, delete existing product line, and that is what we can say the branding strategy for an organization. Then we need to understand individual product strategy, how we can do that. Before that, we need to understand product life cycle. Describe the advancement of the product through identifiable stage of their existence, that is called product life cycle. Typically these are four types: introduction, growth, maturity and decline. In introductory stage, a product comes first time to the marketplace. At the time, the sales is negligible, profit is negative, and huge investments are there. In the growth stage, sales started growing, profit is growing, and loss has been converted into profit. In maturity stages, again, the product are in the position that where the company has sold their maximum capacity. And after that, the declining stage where product sales, profit, brand value, everything is going to decline. That we need to control to make effective control that the company should not decline their product. What we need to do, we need to implement innovations in identified level, primarily at the maturity level. If we put the innovations, it will be most suitable concept. In that conditions, it will become very much easier to understand that if we are able to place our product at maturity level with innovation, the product never start declining. This will be a win-win position. The product life cycle concept is based upon the four premises. First is product have a limited life. As individual having a limited life, the product do have a limited life. Profit from product vary at different stage at the different life cycle. As we discussed, introduction stage and declining stage, there is no profit. Growth stage, profit grows. Maturity stage, profit stagnant. Product sales passes through distinct stages. It will have different marketing implementation accordingly. In some strategy, sales is going to start, sales is going to boom. In some strategy, so sales is going to decline. So the different stages faces different kind of marketing implications. Then the product required different strategy at different life cycle. Definitely marketer need to understand the different strategies we can apply for the different products life cycle. We cannot assure that individual life cycle will be applicable to whole. It will not be justified. There are a diffusion process. A recent research of the Times of India, it was mentioned that innovate. There are few different types of the customers, or we can say innovator, early adopter, early majority, and the late majority. So these are the different types. At last, the laggards. So there are only 2.5% of the customer are those who try to accept the innovators. 13.5% are the early adopters, early maturity 34%, late majority 34%, and laggards. Everybody is making changes. We are also making changes. They are called the laggards. So we need to understand how they are going to cope up. What we see, this finally, that means it is very difficult to understand, very difficult to manage, but a smart marketing manager will manage it very effectively, very sincerely. Then we need to understand PLC along with their characteristics. See, the sales in introduction stage is very low. The growth stage, sales is rapid growth. In maturity stage, again sales slow growth. In declining, sales is declining. When we talk about the profit, introduction stage having loss, growth stage increasing, maturity decreasing, and declining low. In competition, in introduction, it was a very low or little growth. It is increasing at maturity level. Competition is fierce, that we can call stiff competitions are there, and in declining the competition is changing. So this is what a typical characteristics what we need to understand before implementing our marketing strategy. So we need to understand product life cycle market strategy in different stages: growth, maturity, in decline, and introduction. In introduction stage, the objective should be awareness and the trial, and the marketing strategy should be to communicate more and more benefit. In growth strategy, objective should be users forms brand, and strategy should be to communicate lower price and expand distribution. In maturity stage, objective should be maintain market share and expand extend life cycle. And in marketing strategy, what they need to follow: sales promotion, door price, expansion, distribution, new uses a new version of the product readily available to the marketplace. In declining stage, decide what to do with the product. The strategy we can follow: maintain, harvest, or divest. This is the strategy for the introduction, growth, and maturity and declining stages about the product that we have understood. There are certain types of limitations of the product life cycle that we will discuss, that the life cycle concept apply best to the product forms rather than the classes of the product or a specific brand. The life cycle cannot concept may lead marketers to think that a product has a predetermined life, which may produce problem in interpreting sales and profit. It is only a descriptive way of looking the behavior of a product, and the life cycle cannot predict the behavior of a product. So it is a descriptive analysis. We cannot expect, as human life is unexpected, the life of the product is also unexpected. The life of the product depend on the product performance, depend on the market sale, depend on the customer expectations, they can depend upon the market growing trend. Then we need to understand about the product line strategy. That strategy says two alternatives: either to increase the length of the product line or to decrease of the product line. If we are able to increase innovative product, it will continue, or the product those who are not feasible in the marketplace need to hide from our product line, because that reduces our performance. So what makes us to continue with those product, those who are not getting the benefit? When we talk about the increasing the product line, we have two strategy: downward stretch strategy, upward stretch strategy, then again two-way stretch strategy, and line fitting strategy. There is a term used, cannibalization. That means cannibalization occurs when a new product takes sales away from the existing products. What we are doing? Away differently, a kind of, what is expectations is entirely different is that. Then product line contraction, how to decrease the product line. With the product line contraction, firms must deleting the products when they are not successful in the marketplace, the product those who are not getting attention by the customer, the product who are not getting sold, they reach by the decline stage of the product. Long product line marketing costs are too high. If we are maintaining them in long run, their maintenance charge will be required by the organization. So that will increase the cost of the product. So we need to hide those type of product. That will be the better solution. Then in a strategy alliances, what we need to do, add a new product line or delete existing product lines that we can manage. When we talk about the branding strategy, product mix branding strategy is there, in which we can influence certain ideas, we can influence certain goals, that individual brand name strategy and family brand name strategy. In individual, there are certain different names maybe there in different products, but in the family, we have a common name, family brand or product type or the company name that we can utilize. There are certain ethical issues in the product and services strategy which we need to follow effectively, and we need to also maintain those ethical strategy to increase our performances. What we need to understand about: is the product safe when used as intended? Is the product safe when misused in a that is a forcible? So we need to understand it. Is the product have any competitive patent or copyright been violated? That we need to take care about. Then ethical issues certain are in the product and the service categories too. Is the product compatible with the physical environment? If the product is environmentally compatible when disposed of, or do any organizational stakeholder object the product? We need to understand these terms so that we will understand all the ethical issues and manage the ethical issues comfortably and with long run accessibility. Thank you very much for today's session. If you have any query, any questions, must feel free to write in the comment box so that we will have solution and give